One, you're live. Well, let me get my computer set up so I can verify that and disconnect from Bluetooth. And heck, yeah, disconnect from my Bluetooth and put these puppies in. Y'all didn't see that. All right. Where am I? Close out here. And I need to do a sound check. Oh, that started up very well. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Breakfast sandwich, testing, 10, 9, 8. I am back. Do you guys like watching the regular show? I'm so comfortable, especially now that I know all is well in the hizzy with my family. Man, shouts out to the family. I love y'all so much. I forgot to bring my mouse in here, so I won't be able to put in an emoji to express myself. Oh well. That's gonna be kind of like trash. How was I able to put an emoji in last time? Well, that's for the survey. So never mind, I get that. So as I talk to myself out loud, in the figment of my imagination, there are 1,000 people in here. So as I talk to all of y'all, I get my answer at least for knowing how to put the emojis in. I want to say hi, so I need to put a little color in here. Let me find a cupcake. Let me look for a cupcake emoji. Cupcake. I'm going to put cupcakes in here. Hi everyone. Yay. We'll put hi everyone. Yay. Followed by that big old hand. It's brought to you by the YouTube, dang it, the YouTube emojis. So I put that in there. So there's some color. Everything's happy. And it's great to be back. I had this idea in my head. It just fell upon me. I was like, girl, why don't you just start a part 2 video? Hi, Blue Sky. That is a really nice name. That's a nice username. And come to find out, it's blue skies today in our neighborhood. I saw a few airplanes. They took off really well in the blue sky. They'll seem like a sign of struggle. I saw birds yesterday, like robins. My husband and I saw a squirrel eating out of a bag of bread. It was a complete loaf of bread. You know, if you go to Kroger's, how you doing, Alberto? You know, if you go to Kroger's and you go to the bakery section and they have the homemade rolls of bread, well, it was one outside and there was a squirrel in it. And then we put like 2 hours in between that time. And I asked him when he came home, I said, do you think it's still out there? And he was like, no, it's probably gone. Y'all, we went outside and it was gone. The whole bag. How can squirrels lift up an entire bag of bread and take it back? Do that to the nest? Do squirrels have nests? Or is that only for birds? And on top of that, my bangs have a mind of their own. Thank you so much, Blue Sky. And speaking of, my bangs have a mind of their own today. Would you believe that I had 8 tiny rollers in my bangs this morning? And now it is, what time is it? Let me see what time it is. It is 4:37. It don't look like I put one roller in my hair the night before. It was humid yesterday. I made a whole video out there in the sprinkling of the rain, and nothing happened to my hair. But today, my hair has a mind of its own. But I can't tell you this much, I do like it. I like the puffiness of it. So I was just talking to y'all about the squirrel taking a whole loaf of bread. How did that happen? I don't know. I don't know if squirrels have nests. And then I started talking about my bangs. And we're only 5 minutes into this thing. I tell you, I personally never know where I'm going to go when I start talking on here. Especially for the first 10 minutes, because it's like, how are you doing? You know, thank you for coming in. I hope y'all having a good day. And I mean that. And it's things like that to fill the time to get the room, you know, acquainted with one another and to feel good and to go grab your snacks. Because, you know, I snack on here. The last video I did today about regular show, I had like a half bag, was a quarter bag of Cheerios. And I was just up here yapping and talking about regular show, the Avengers. I segued off into talking about Batman. And I had a good time. So right now, I'm just thanking you all for coming in. Because that's just something I personally like to do when I have time. And it means a lot, you know. When you do have the time, you can do it. If you don't, you can only do so much. Thank you guys for all of the shouts out. There. Bam. Now I'll put it in the comments. Alright, so having said that, I talked about those things in the last video. I had a bag full of Cheerios, and I just had a good time. Having said that, I don't have my Cheerios in here because today, in this video, I want to wrap up. I'm going to do my best to wrap up the said topic. I was having a good time and I came back in here. Regular show was in the house. I don't know how many of you are familiar with regular show. I have a survey going on right now, so I'll click it to see. You guys are voting. Thank you for voting. I typed in, do you guys like watching the regular show? As of now, 100% of y'all, including myself, said yes. The last video I made today, the last video I made today that was live, the regular show was on the TV in the background when I left out of the living room. And it was on the part with Muscle Man saying, "My mom!" Oh! And I closed the door and I started laughing because I thought it was funny to have the topic that I'm talking about right now on in the background. So that's that on that. We're only 8 minutes into this thing and I've said so much. I can go on and on. But for me personally, I hop back on for a personal thing. I want to see if I can get through some more of this regular show topic. So I'll have you know, the ones who came to part 1, thank you and welcome back. To the ones who are here for the first time, welcome. And where I'm going to be reading my notes from is from Wikipedia. Simply type in, you know, regular show Wikipedia. And I'm going to pick up where I left off. I am going to plug in the computer so the battery don't cut off on me. That's one thing. And I need to brighten my screen. That's better. Okay, my computer's plugged in. So I'm in probably like the I'm in the 3rd paragraph of Wikipedia. And I'm going to read some more about the regular show. Regular show is on Cartoon Network, if you guys are familiar with that. Cartoon Network is so epic. And I've just been talking about them because that's something I grew up on and with. Many of the regular show characters were loosely based on those developed for Quentin students' film at California Institute of the Arts. The native men from Lowland and 2 in the AM/PM. Now, I don't know what that is. I might have to reread it again. But to me, I'm guessing that the regular show was originally developed while Quentin was at college at the Art Institute of California. I believe this was a product or a project, and it seems to me that it was titled "The Naive Man from Lowland" and "Two in the AM PM." The former was one of the winners of 2005 Nicktoons Film Festival and received international attention after being broadcast on Nicktoons Network. Now, is it possible nowadays for networks to cross work with one another? For example, when Kmart was around and then there was Walmart, there was a time where if you worked at Kmart, you could not work at Walmart. Or if you worked at Walmart, you could not work at Kmart. How do I know? Because I witnessed that growing up. I came in at the time when stuff like that happened. Once upon a time, I worked at Kmart. Kmart was fizzling out, so I had to go to Walmart because the Kmarts were closing in our area. So I got a whiff of that. Had Kmart not been actually closing and showing proof of, I don't know if I would have got that job at Walmart, because they were really close. They really were sacred about hiring people from the competition. So how could the guy who made this really famous regular show be able to cross over from Nickelodeon to Cartoon Network? I think that's really cool. Yeah, I like the regular show too. It's a really chill cartoon, and it really takes my mind off of the things. Like, let's say for example, I just finished watching the news, because as an adult I still have to remind myself of what's going on. So if I watch the news for a couple of hours, meaning watch the news from my local news, then go over to C-SPAN, CNN, and all those other things, MSNBC, BBC. So saying all those, and I know I'm missing a couple, that's about 2 hours of just figuring out what's going on with the world. I turn to Cartoon Network and watch regular show, I instantly forget about all that stuff. Meaning, I don't forget it and I lost memory. It just takes my mind off of something heavy that I have to know what's going on, and then I go into watch Cartoon Network, and it takes me away from that. So that's really cool. So I'm going to read some more and see if we can get some answers. I'm in paragraph 3 on Wikipedia, y'all, and it says the former was one of the winners of the 2005 Nicktoons Film Festival and received international attention after being broadcast on Nicktoons Network. Quentin pitched regular show for Cartoon Network's Cartoon Astute project, in which the network allowed young artists to create pilots with no notes, which will possibly be opted as shows. Now, in my mind, as I read this paragraph, it makes me wonder about the time of the birth of the Powerpuff Girls. Powerpuff Girls. There was Dexter's Laboratory, there was Johnny Bravo, there was Powerpuff Girls. But around the time of the Powerpuff Girl era, I believe there was a window in time when Cartoon Network opened up their doors and were allowing people to come in with raw ideas, no experience per se, but just on the strength of being creative and really loving what you do. So I'm wondering if this is the time period where Mr. Quinto fell into the umbrella of the Powerpuff Girls, Johnny Bravos, because now Cartoon Network has been around so long, they actually have it chronicalized as generations. So for example, I am generation 1. I'm the first generation of Cartoon Network. And when they say generation 1 from Cartoon Network, that means I was there during the conception and the birth of the Powerpuff Girls, once again, Johnny Bravo, and Dexter's Laboratory, and so on. So I'm generation 1. Now they have generation 2 and 3, and I think they're working on generation 4. So I'm going to say the creator of regular show, perhaps maybe he came around generation 1 time. So regular show received critical acclaim and became one of Cartoon Network's most successful original series. You better believe it. I can watch the regular show with a box of chicken, a biscuit, and a Werner's ginger ale, and just be having a good time. It's like it's a party when I watch regular show. The show was nominated for several awards, including the Annie Awards, 6 Primetime Emmy Awards, one of which it won for the episode Excellent. Our son likes the Excellent episode, but you want to know what made the Excellent episode so epic, or should I say, do you want to know what made the Excellent episode so excellent? It's because you can actually buy the Excellent hat. That was the first time I ever saw in the history of Cartoon Network where paraphernalia was birthed, where you could physically go buy it based on a specific episode. The Excellent hat was unintentional. It was just a part of an episode, no different from like if Skips gets a new drink. But who would have thought that episode and that hat in particular would spawn off and have us fans make an Excellent hat to the point where you can buy it. That's just like, it's like the Excellent hat is more important than Thomas. Those are the fun things about cartoons in general, or anime, or whatever kind of cartoon show or graphic cartoon you like to watch. You watch a cartoon and you have the main characters, but it's the little things that stand out that people gravitate to and they celebrate, and there, you know, a new character is born out of that, i.e. the Excellent hat, and I want one. So once again, y'all, the show was nominated for several awards, including 7 Annie Awards, spelled capital A as an apple, N as a no, Annie Awards, 6 Primetime Emmy Awards, and one of which won the episode Excellent, Season 3, Episode 17, y'all. Excellent was in Season 3, Episode 17, and the British Academy Children's Award. Hello, Governor. That episode was good too. Hello, Governor. Hello, Governor. A film adaptation based on the series titled Regular Show. The movie premiered in 2015. Have you guys seen the Regular Show movie? I only seen bits and pieces, so it's likely a no for me, because I would have to sit down and watch it, right? So, having said that, for those of you who do not know, the Regular Show is slated to come out again on Cartoon Network with 2 more seasons, and it is official. So if you want to catch up on like the latest Regular Show news in reference to if it's finally coming out with something, I have 3 videos. I know 3 confirmed videos where I talk about that. And it is official. They are coming out with some more, which is why I'm talking about this now. I'm still rolling off of the helm of me celebrating Regular Show for a couple of weeks now. To me, it seems like a couple of weeks. There. So on Wikipedia, it's got the premise. Premise. When I look at the word premise, I involuntarily want to say it really slowly with a slow southern drawl. Premise. Like surmise. Premise. Because it just seemed like it's supposed to be said like that. So I had to autocorrect myself, so I'll be like, all right, y'all, I'm highly educated, bona fide, qualified. Let's turn to the premise. Oh, credibility down the toilet. Oh, she said it wrong. What's wrong with her? I thought she was smart. I am smart. Oh. So here we have, once again, in Wikipedia, the premise. Main article, list of regular show characters. The series revolves around the daily lives of two 23-year-old friends, Mordecai, voiced by J.G. Quintel, and Rigby, voiced by William Sayers, who works as groundskeepers at a park and spends their days avoiding work to entertain themselves by any means. And y'all, when they say any means, they mean enemies, not enemies. Any means. Now, if we want to segue off into the meticulousness of the English language, A-N-Y spacebar M-E-A-N-S. If you say it with the southern drawl, any means also sounds like enemies. E-N-E-M-I-E-S. So we've got any means necessary, and then we have the word enemies necessary. Same difference. It's a crime, shame, America. But moving forward, this is much of the chagrin of their boss Benson. Spam is voiced by Sam Marin, and their co-worker Skips is voiced by Mark Hamill. But to the delight of Pops Marin, the son of the park's owner, Mr. Maillard, voiced by David Olden Steers. The other co-workers include an overweight green male. Y'all, this is the second time they refer to Muscle Man as this. Overweight. He's overweight. They said Muscle Man is overweight. Their other co-workers include an overweight green male named Muscle Man, voiced by Marin, and a ghost named High Fives Ghost. And Quintel does the voice for High Fives Ghost, who occasionally serves as their rivals. Y'all, Muscle Man, besides Starla, can Muscle Man ever win? No, because Starla is all he needs. And my mom jokes. Do y'all like Muscle Man? And his shirt, they're showing him in his t-shirt, and it looks dingy. I think they did a good job making Muscle Man, because it looks like, I'm looking at a small picture of him now. Muscle Man's pants, they look like they're spandex, and they match the color of his hair. So his hair is brown, it's long and brown, and his pants are the same color as his hair. And then in the description it says he's green. He's like a Muscle Man is like a sea green, a dirty sea green color. And his tired t-shirt that he wears looks gray. But with they really did a good job making Muscle Man, because when I look at his character, it don't look like he bathes. I don't know how they got the idea to do that. It's just the art of it all. If you just stare at it, it's like the colors make all the difference. Because could you imagine Muscle Man any other color? The jokes and his character just wouldn't stick as good as they would had he been a different color. If Muscle Man was yellow, the jokes wouldn't hit at all. So the dreary, dirty green, like he just been rolling around in swamp water all day. They did a really good job. And you know Muscle Man has feelings. Found that out when he broke up with Starla. Or did Starla break up with him? A regular show is good times. There's more to this Wikipedia dialogue that comprises of it, but I simply wanted to get on here to talk more about it. and to let you know that yes, my family is okay. They're all right. And because the first video, my intentions was to come on here personally for myself, because I really want to get on here and talk more about regular show. And I haven't been on in a while making a live video, and I did not want to make any more voiceovers right now, so this would be the perfect time. So my intention for the first video was to be about a half hour, because this is more so for myself. And once again, my fam's okay, because I cut it short because I didn't want to keep texting. Like I told y'all, I was like, you know what, I'm going to end this video. Now, I'm adding in the part that I didn't say at the end of the video, because my intention for the first video was to be about a half hour, to hop on here, talk about regular show, hop on off, and get back to family business. I have a small window of time to get back on here again, and I'm still happy about Cartoon Network. It's like the rebirth of Cartoon Network. So if this is my happy place and I'm stuck on it, why not stay here and exhausted until I feels no ways tired, Lord? So that's exactly what I'm going to do. This is a happy place for me. Y'all, this is history in the making, because Cartoon Neato is gone. Prayer do work. I do believe in miracles. I believe in miracles. Whitney Houston was right. I believe in you, Whitney. I believe that way you could be. Thank you. Y'all like, what in the heck is going on? This shit broke? No, that was me. I have a couple of more minutes to kick it on here, because this will be about a half hour video. And when I get back on here tomorrow, I'll probably get back on here talking about the same thing. I haven't even made it through all of the article on Wikipedia in reference to regular show, which is good for me because I have more to talk about. And who knows, I'll probably watch a couple of more episodes, even if it's small snippets while I prepare tonight's dinner, listening to small snippets in the background by way of YouTube. Side note, in reference to Cartoon Network, I was listening to We Bare Bears for a while. It was like I had them on constant rotation. They stream live. We Bare Bears streams live, and they like loop like 4 to 5 different of the same episodes over and over and over and over for the day. But it's really fun. So since regular show is back, I am going to go through the YouTube Rolodex and see if perhaps regular show has taken the same philosophy as We Bare Bears and perhaps are looping the same few episodes for the day over and over and over continuously. Because Adventure Time did that too. Like when I was in my Atlanta Journal-Constitution Atlanta Journal-Constitution bout, where I was reading specifically from Atlanta Journal-Constitution in my cow suit in the morning, right after I go off of live, the next video that will play in my monitoring camera or in my monitoring computer will be Adventure Time. And I always thought that was a welcoming, warm greeting. I thought that was really cool. So thank you guys for participating in the poll. 100% of y'all, including myself, said yes, you are familiar with regular show. Regular show is coming out with 2 more series. Did I say that right? 2 more series? No, 2 more seasons. Total Dramas rolling out, getting ready to roll out their new season. Teen Titans Go, if they haven't started, they're going to be hitting us every Saturday with a new episode. Phineas and Ferb is hitting us already, to my knowledge, because they've been coming on constantly early in the morning, constantly with the hits. I think Phineas and Ferb is already out. I think they've already started releasing / launching their new episodes. And if that's the case, every episode is geared on more like a musical. They always sing, this is different this time. It's really good. So shouts out to all the cartoon people, Disney doing their thing, making good cartoons. And y'all really did a good job with making Bluey. Bluey is a good cartoon. So I'm done with Disney, but I just said that side note to talk about some of the cartoons that are actually cranking it out. My name is LA, pronounced like LA like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. Thank you guys so much for supporting me in my YouTube shorts. Look, not everybody has a long attention span. There are moments when I can sit through an entire I can have the entire 6-hour replay live stream going on all day in the background while I'm cooking or cleaning or out in the yard. And there are days when I just go through shorter videos and have their playlist going because I want to hear a video all the way to the start to the finish, but I want bits and pieces, if that makes sense. For example, I'm listening to videos that are 15 minutes, 20 minutes, but it's got to start, middle, and end. And then I want to go to the next video and consume content like that. And there's times when I do just want to stroll through the shorts because I want a bird's eye view of what's going on. I want some fresh ideas, and it just helps me get the creative juices going, and it's really fun. So I do like that my platform has a variety of long stream, short videos, and YouTube shorts. Having said that, continue to keep yourself busy on my platform, finding things to keep yourself entertained. You guys are sharing out the content. It's saying every day in the week, every week in a weekly. Thank you so much for pressing the thumbs up, because once again, every week, thankfully, YouTube gives us an update on what we're doing and if it's getting liked. Thank you for doing that so much. It's showing. I'd rather have slow growth than no growth at all. My name is LA, pronounced like LA like the city. I'm not from there, but I'm breezy. And it is my want to come back on here live tomorrow. But we never know what the future holds. So until next video, y'all have a good day. Bye-bye now.